Hey, girl. Hey.
Wow. Good gracious. Sorry for that.
Oh, yeah.
I
Maim and I just
mean,
had a little conversation, and yeah,
yes,
yeah,
Daddy. Yes.
yes. That's what that was.
I want some toast right now,
You
girl.
want
I
some
want some
toast? Why do you
toast.
Why do you want some
Yeah.
toast?
So
What's
I
going
guess
on
put
with
some
you?
butter on it.
Is that right now? Is that right? Is that right? So, girl, I just thought that I'd let you know that I am doing something you didn't know I was doing because I haven't told you. I could have told you, over text, but um, so
Better over this.
I signed up for our podcast to be part of a new podcast thing that does AI. It's using the AI mother brain to transcribe us.
Oh.
And sometimes it thinks it's pretty good. Sometimes it thinking that we're just two different people. Sometimes it thinks we're three or four or five different people.
I mean,
So
we are technically. Have you listened to our podcast? We
that's
are.
exactly right. It's very exciting. So we'll
Thank
see how this goes. We'll see how this
Come on,
goes.
AI mother brain. Come
Come on,
on
AI
now.
mother brain, do what you gotta do.
Yes.
Hopefully you enjoy this when you decide to take over the world. We can be one of your minions as opposed to being
Oh my
eaten by
God, I would
something.
love to be an AI minion. I would
Is that
love
right?
it.
Is that right?
Yeah, right? Like, I mean, it'll just basically have us do the same
Just
work we're probably doing right now because
that's exactly right. That's too far.
it
There we
doesn't
go.
have hands.
No, you're probably right. Well, Lord churning butter again.
You should ask the AI how to do that better. Uh-huh. Put
Hey,
in the dimension,
AI,
put
I
in the
have a.
dimensions, put in the dimensions and measure the dimensions of your hand and just
So,
say,
wait,
can you work out a
Was
formula?
AI Will Smith? Is that one Will Smith?
What's it? Yes.
Yes, that's that horrible Will Smith movie, not the. What's the one that's the
No,
Steven
AI
Spielberg,
was Steven Spielberg. That was Jude Law.
Jude Law, and Haley
Will
Joel
Smith was I
Osment.
Am Legend.
No, there's another one where he's fighting all the robots.
Oh, that terrible
Yeah,
movie.
I Am Legend is
Um,
terrible too.
no, most of his movies are terrible, but I
Yes.
forgot all about that one.
What is that?
Um,
Is that iRobot?
that's it.
Okay.
Because that's where they actually took a wonderful a wonderful novel by Isaac Asimov and turned it into a terrible Will Smith
Yeah,
movie.
that's what I. Yeah, that was. Mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Who else in that
Uh,
movie? A Bridget Moynihan.
oh, what happened to her?
I don't know. She was probably Weinstein. Doesn't that feel like something she would have done?
Oh, are we using that as a verb now?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, that started with what's her doodle? Ashley Judd. She basically said I was Weinstein, and so just since then it was yeah.
Wow.
Her and oh, deep voice from Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
Oh,
Um,
Mina Sorvino.
Mia Sorvino was Weinstein as well. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I love Mia Sorvino. That voice,
Does
it's
she
so
do
good.
anything now? I mean, I don't
No, but
remember.
that's part of being Weinstein. You no longer act because you didn't have sex with him, so they forced you out of shit.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
but can't they make a comeback now with all the streaming?
girl, they're old by Hollywood standards.
With all the streaming, that's
And
a thing
well, who's
now.
going to write it for them? There's a strike.
Rest in peace, MTV Movie Awards. Rest in peace, MTV Movie
Oh,
Awards.
did they get canceled?
Yeah, I got it. The Drew
Good.
Barrymore refused to host it,
Yes.
and then all of the stars that were set to present also refused, and
Oh my God, that's
so
so
now
good to
MTV's just doing
me.
like a pre-taped little special.
That's so good to me. You rock. You rock, Drew Barrymore.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
yeah.
sure SAG-AFTRA was like, you can cross that picket line and lose your card if you want to.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that's been that's kind of like the ripple effect right now.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, obviously this is off topic, but Disney which, you know, we all have our own like love hate, right? Disney
Yeah.
basically told like writer producers that you still got to come in and do production. Like they basically told them, and they said, we don't care if you get fined. We don't care. We don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You're still a producer, and this has nothing to do with writing. So either you show up or repercussions.
There was somebody who, like, after James Corden signed off, was like, it's convenient they did this the day before the writer's strike because he was real shitty to writers.
Well, I mean, the end of that should have been like 2+ years ago.
Yeah.
Very easily.
I don't. James Corden, he was good in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And then
it's funny because I remember when he started picking up fire here, right? Even I, who, you know, I love British stuff, I was like, I hate Gavin and Stacey so much.
Oh, I like Gavin and Stacey because of Stacey.
He was my least favorite part of that show.
I mean, it was Miranda.
Yeah, when he started getting famous after that, I was like, really? Him?
Yeah.
Of all of the people? Him.
Yeah, because he's fat.
Because I'm fat. I'm fat. Oh, remember that Weird Al song?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Yes, dear. Yeah, of course I remember that. Of course I do.
That video was amazing.
It was, yes, it was.
I mean, technically, you know, much love to Lizzo, but technically, Weird Al did it first because he had all of those actual plus-size men dancing.
That's the truth.
It's a hard truth, but it's a truth.
Speaking of truths, girl, did you know that we have a Patreon?
Shut up.
Dear listeners, if you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can throw some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have another podcast?
No.
It's called You Slay
Yeah,
Me.
it's a good week for it, too.
It's a Murder, She Wrote podcast, and yes, it is. Christina's fantastic. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know that we have merchandise?
No.
Neither does anyone else, but it's at mimsandmaim.com. I do that joke every time.
And it always makes me laugh every time. It's your delivery. It's always spot on for that.
It's because you're a simple person with simple needs.
I am. Right?
Are you feeling better, Maim?
I'm getting there.
Then why don't you leave us a 5-star review? Dear listeners, I love 5-star reviews. Maim, did you know I love 5-star reviews?
I did know you love 5-star reviews. It's written on my inside my eyelids.
Dear listeners, if you leave us a 5-star review, it boosts us and it will raise us up. Eagle's Wings. Oh, different song. Oh, there. Okay, we're doing Josh Groban.
Sorry.
I love Josh Groban. I
hope he wins that Tony Award.
Is he up for Tony?
Yeah.
For what?
Sweeney Todd is up for a lot of Tony Awards.
I forgot he was in Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, this year is going to be the Sweeney Todd and Some Like It Hot, like battling it out in the acting.
What about I thought Into the Woods was in there too.
It's going to be about Sweeney Todd. Like in the acting categories, it's going to be battling them out.
Oh, girl, you know what I missed before we get started this episode? I still have not listened to the trash that Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote for the coronation yet.
Do you really want to put yourself through that?
Yes, because I'm sure it's very bad. This is season 4, episode 15, The Mistress.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that's Marjorie. Just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the light went out in Georgia. The light went out, the light went out, the light went out, the light went out. And that is the night the light went out in Georgia. I'm sorry. Well, now you do.
I forgot about this episode, and then as it
Uh-huh.
got started, I was like, wait, this is one of my all-time favorite episodes of this show.
Got just like the last one.
No. This one actually is because I remember being a kid, well,
Mhm.
younger, and I thought this whole thing was the most like,
Oh, that's true.
scandal of
It's
all of this episode.
scandalo. Jesus.
Now it's just like a typical day. I mean, if think about our modern society, this is very foretelling.
Girl, this kind of stuff happens in like other countries all the time.
No, I mean, I know that now, but here in America, it's all on OnlyFans.
Mary Jo's late.
Mary Jo or Charlene?
Mary Jo's late. That's the first thing she says. I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh,
And
that's right.
she's
The
over-
7-Eleven and thingy. That's right.
Yeah. Girl, yeah. I watched it an hour ago. It's right here in my notes.
Sorry.
I actually have notes. I don't know if you do.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore because it's not as fun.
I know, because it's more fun to just let me control it like I want to.
Right. I haven't forgotten how our friendship works. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Do you watch the Best Friends or listen to Best Friends podcast with
Best Friends podcast?
Nicole Byer and Sashir?
Mm-mm.
Oh, girl,
I didn't know Nicole Byer had anything other than Why Won't You Date Me?
Oh yeah, she's got two other ones. She's got a RuPaul one and a Drag Race one and a Best Friends podcast. Yeah,
I did not know that. So
you need to Best Friends podcast. I don't. Surprisingly, I'm not that good at listening to podcasts. I can listen to that one.
I mean, because you don't like listening to anybody else talk but you.
So Joy is eating a breakfast bar. And Suzanne is eating a rice cake with jelly. Suzanne's on a diet right now.
Oh, okay. She does actually look a little bit like she did lose some weight in this episode.
It's probably just that it was filmed out of order. Or more than likely, they have got her snatched to the gods, girl.
She is quite hourglassy on this episode.
She is so hourglass.
Yeah.
But like, she can't do it for all
Ever.
25 episodes, so
No.
35 episodes. Oh, we do have one more season of Suzanne. I forgot. It's season.
Yeah.
She leaves in season 6.
Yeah.
So we've got one more real fat Suzanne season. Dear listeners, it's a joke. She's not actually that fat at any point.
She's not that fat. Speaking of, real quick, speaking of beauty standards for women, I would just like to give a shout out to Meg Ryan for just existing, because she showed up at a thing the other day and the tabloids acted as if she was an alien on Earth for looking like an older version of Meg Ryan. So Meg Ryan, you keep on doing you. That's why you don't even do nothing anymore, because you can't put it up with this stupid patriarchy. So you keep doing you. So shout out to Meg Ryan. I
thought she didn't do anything anymore because she did Kate and Leopold and it was trash.
No, it's a lot of it's Boo Boo. A lot of her movies were not that great, but still.
No, which ones were not that good? You Got Mail was okay.
Yes, but there was a lot of movies between You Got Mail and Kate and Leopold.
I don't think there were.
She was in a lot of movies in the 90s.
Yeah, but I don't think there was. I thought it was You Got Mail was 1998.
Mm-hmm.
Kate and Leopold was 2001.
Okay. So, but then all of the 2000s. She did Hanging Up. That was a good movie. City of Angels. Proof of Life. In the Cut. Against the Ropes. That to me was much worse than Kate and Leopold.
Okay.
Much worse.
Was it before or after Kate and Leopold?
It was after.
Okay.
I think The Women was like her last really kind of good role, and that was like 2008.
Anyway, thanks, Meg Ryan, for your service. Suzanne is cranky when she's on a diet. She wants to crash a car into a Taco Bell.
Same girl, same.
Well, Ansel Pollard is coming.
Who is Ansel Pollard?
He is a rich stockbroker. Now, Suzanne knows all about rich men, including the boys who are good at Monopoly.
What?
And she has never heard of him.
Now, but the thing is that it's for a reason. We'll find out later.
Don't ruin the secrets now, man.
Minnie.
Don't ruin the secrets.
Not Minnie.
I'm gonna start calling you Minnie, like Minnie from the previous episode when you start telling secrets.
I hate you so.
Anytime you start being insufferable, I'm just gonna call you Minnie.
Well, I'm gonna leave it alone. I feel like that's a racism, but I'm just gonna leave it alone.
It's not, because I've heard you go all those tirades about the 1920s before.
That's true.
I've seen you go full Cicely Tyson and just sit there and start rocking and telling stories.
Okay, maybe I have gone on a couple of tirades.
About a time you didn't even live through. About a time your mom didn't even live through.
Shut up. I get very motivated. Shut up. I can't help it. I have a thing. You know that. This is what happens when you watch too much old stuff.
It's true. Well, except when you're talking about Scarlett O'Hara needing them drapes taken down.
I don't like you right now. I don't like you.
God. So Charlene is here. She's late.
Oh no, why is Charlene late? Oh my God, the baby's here.
Olivia kept her up all night, and we panned to Olivia because we've got a child actress now. Thank God.
Yes.
She'll be 2 next season. It's fine.
Yeah.
Will only have gone up 1 year, like they'll have talked about it going up 1 year, but it'll be like 2 years.
And Mrs. Philpott
is the nanny, right? The caretaker, Mrs. Philpott. Mm-hmm. And Suzanne doesn't understand why she just didn't have a pig, because Noelle just slept like a baby as soon as she got her.
I agree. I'm on Suzanne's side.
So Suzanne has 2 things to tell Charlene about. The first one is she saw that thing about the breastfeeder group that she really likes called La Leaky. It's La Leche. Both are bad. Both are bad names, right?
Yes. I feel like La Leche feels like an organization down here in South Florida. Like it really does feel like that.
It sounds like a Latino band from like Cuba.
And
next up, La Leche.
La Leche. Oh, God. I think that's a porn site.
That feels right, doesn't it?
For some reason, I feel like there's a porn site called Latin Leche or something like that. Like, I don't know why. I feel like I saw it somewhere.
I bet you did.
No, not like that. Like, I feel like I saw that like in reference someplace. Like, maybe like on because I always check like the porn awards just because I'm trying to stay relevant and know who's who.
I mean, when they come down to your area, you've got to know just in case they pop up into your bar, right?
The good ones don't come here anymore. There's always like the ones that are like near death. Actually, that just happened the other day. So, dear listeners, this is going to be a little bit too TMI for most of you. A lot of the porn companies shoot their stuff down here in South Florida, so a lot of porn stars come through. And there's a party now called the Fornication Party, and every 2 months or whatever, and they have like porn stars that show up.
Okay.
It's at a sex club, and so they put the flyer out. I looked at my husband, and I thought, this is starting to feel almost like the seasons of Dancing with the Stars, where you're kind of staring at the flyer, figuring out, who is this person? Why are they famous?
Dancing with the porn stars.
That's how it felt. I was like, who are these stars?
It's just like Drag Race now.
No, I know. But it was just very funny because I'm like, Because they make them look like oh, and I'm like, who are these people?
Are they full nude on the posters?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I haven't checked to see if there's a Twitter version of their posters. The one on Facebook, they're not.
Do you ever go to these parties?
No, it's in a sex club. I don't do that. It's just it's just funny. Like I
didn't know if you would show up, go, "Hey y'all," and leave.
If I could be the host for one of these shows, sure, right?
It's hard, girl. You don't have the longest legs. It'd be hard for you to step over them while they're grinding on the floor.
I'll wear stilts.
Don't fall, girl. You clumsy sometimes. I know.
I'm clumsy on a good day, and the floor will be slippery too.
Oh God. Lube and God knows what else.
Girl, I'm gonna break something. I can't take that big.
Hopefully they're insured. Anyway, the second thing she saw was. Does Mrs. Philpott's real name Roberta Harwood? Because
I love that line.
Suzanne saw her on Unsolved Mysteries.
That is the most southern name. I love it so much.
Well, that guy Ansel is here.
Yes, that guy. We should do one day, we'll do a compilation video.
Right.
It was called That Guys of That Guys of
That guy.
It's that guy.
So he wants the condo done in neoclassical.
Oh, okay.
He wants his house decorated in country French. He wants it 2 different ways.
Well, that's weird. Why is that?
Charlene! Oh my God, was I loud? I was real loud, wasn't I? I was real loud. No, you weren't loud, Charlene. And then Suzanne pipes in, it was pretty loud.
I would have loved for them to, do the feminist thing and say, sorry, Mr. Ansel, Charlene just had a baby. So, she's a little exhausted.
What's feminism?
Oh, sorry.
like Lyndon Bloodworth Thompson doesn't believe in feminism.
You're right. I mean, literally, that entire little humorous thing could have been settled with, sorry, our receptionist just had a baby recently. And it's still...
Yep.
But no, they're like, oh no, Charlie would be so embarrassed. And like, okay, ladies.
Well, Ansel says you got to keep them straight because my wife hates neoclassical. And
Won't she be coming to your
my
condo?
mistress is in the condo.
I'm sorry, you're what?
Mistress.
Oh, Lord. Isabel.
It's Elvira.
Girl. Mistress. I missed that about the 80s, right? We don't use that term as much as we used to. It was such a great term. Yeah, we don't use it as much. I loved that term back then.
My mistress.
Barbara Walters interviewing women whose husbands had mistresses. And
in going back and watching a Barbara Walters interview, she's not good at it.
She was just the only one that was doing it.
Dan Sawyer, not bad. Barbara Walters, pretty bad at it.
My mother loved Diane Sawyer. That was her jam.
Who doesn't love Diane Sawyer?
She was right, because she was not much of a Barbara Walters person. My dad actually liked Barbara Walters' interview style, though, for some reason, but my mom was not a big fan of hers.
He was very confrontational.
That's what it is.
And
sounds like my dad.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the best interviewer is Terry Gross.
Still the best interviewer. Still doing it.
Well, she's splitting up time. She's got another person coming on Fresh Air to work with her.
Oh, that's not allowed.
Well, it is.
Why are we not in the streets protesting? What are we doing? Give us an AI Terry Gross, even just not another person.
Hi, this is Fresh Air from WHYY. I'm Terry Gross.
We won't know the difference.
A fat white Southern man, tiny white Southern woman or Philadelphia woman, right?
Yeah, we won't know the difference at all.
So Suzanne, Ansel leaves. Suzanne's like, well, now I know why I didn't know about him because I don't waste my time with men who have a wife and a mistress.
There you go.
Like Grandpa Sugar Baker used to said, you light your wick on both ends, you don't have much candle left. And Julia starts eating some cake, and like she's like, I don't even like people who eat cake, and she's just going off in a little tirade there.
I mean, Suzanne is a woman who has very strange morals, but at least she's got something.
And she did look at both of them and was like, y'all aren't going to be able to be objective.
Nope.
And
I mean, every person watching the TV show is like, nope.
And Mary Jo's like, you think we're just going to tell everything? And Suzanne's like, yep.
I mean,
yeah.
I thought to myself for a second, like, these ladies must have no self-reflection at all, because they could have very easily prevented this entire episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So we're at Ansel's house, and we find out, we meet his wife. We don't get her name until the next scene, which seems like a missed opportunity. But she wants to remove the king bed and go with twin beds. Charlene is very upset by this. It's like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? She's like, I also want to put drapes on this window because, I this is where I get naked and people can see straight in, and my neighbor can see me straight in, and nobody wants to see that. And everybody's like, Charlene's like, you're very, 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 very attractive. And the wife wants to get rid of her vanity so Ansel can put his rowing machine in there.
Yes. Practical.
Very practical. Well, the maid enters with some flowers for her.
Oh,
and she found out it's her birthday.
Oh, no.
And she just leaves crying.
Oh, no.
The flowers are from Ansel.
Oh, no, she knows. She's got to know.
I mean, she must. So we're at the 80s condo now.
Oh, so 80s.
And then we meet that other guy, Jeffrey.
Yes.
Who just the gay butler who's like, the mistress will be with you shortly. We find out that the mistress's name is Gabby and Louise is the wife, right? And Francine is the maid. It doesn't really matter. Who cares about these people?
I mean, we care for the hour that we do this podcast.
That's true. They're chit-chatting. They're waiting for her to come downstairs and, talk to them. And Suzanne says, I have something better to do than wait for a concubine to fall out of bed. I could be at home watching Green Acres. Green Acres is the place to be. Fun living is
the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide.
Forget
Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
New York is where I'd rather stay.
I
get electric smelling hay.
I just enjoy my penthouse view.
Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue.
You used to say that all the time in school. Like, there was a point in time where you were saying that line.
Look, I get something in my head and it's funny and you laugh, so I just keep doing it.
I know. I'm not complaining at all.
Look, I will always go, why go for the difficult laugh when you could just go for the easy one?
And you always did it in this voice that was like not Jacques Gabor's voice or Ava Gabor's voice.
It was Ava.
I know, Ava Gabor. It was always like this New York Jewish lady. And I'm like, why do you always say it in that voice? Like, that's not her accent.
Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue.
Every time. Like, looking back on it now, I'm like, wait, why were we laughing so much at that? It's like not even a direct...
TBH, I never liked that show. I like the theme song. End of list.
I liked it. I like the spinoff too, Petticoat Junction. I like them both. They're silly. But I like silly stuff back then.
I know. Well, I did too. Like, I love Mr. Ed. A horse, of course. And no one can talk to a horse, of course. Unless, of course, that horse is the famous Mr. Ed.
With his peanut butter teeth. When I was older and found out that secret, I was like, oh.
Girl, that's how they kept Ronald Reagan talking toward the end of his presidency.
I heard that's how they got Charles through the coronation.
Oh, God. Yeah. So Liverpool. I don't know how much you know about soccer or anything like that.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to talk about the Beatles.
No. Liverpool is a huge liberal, like, labor city. Okay, it's a working man city.
Wait, you mean there's a place where the working people equate that with with liberalism?
Oh yeah, yes, that would be all cities in England. I have to. It was what they were singing. So they before the games, Coronation Day, coronation happened, but they still had soccer games later on. So they played God Save the King. They don't usually do that before the games, but they did there. And so they were singing, "Fuck the royal family, fuck the royal family, feed the poor," and just like over the entire like stand, screaming that at the top of their lungs while they were doing it.
Wow.
Yeah, the Royals aren't very popular in Liverpool.
I mean, they're not technically that popular in lots of parts of.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
we love them in America because we love a pageant nonsense.
Girl, even I, who am not a Charles fan, I was looking at some of the fashions, like, yeah.
Oh, did you see Margaret?
Yes, girl.
That weird thing. And did you?
There were some looks.
Did you hear her quote? She was like, "I'm so honored to be a member of the Order of the Pheasant and a part of this coronation. It's great because I didn't even have to figure out what I was going to wear." Like, are you sure you saw Margaret or is it Anne? Which one's his sister?
The sister is Anne.
Anne. I meant Anne.
No, I didn't see
Oh
Princess
my God.
Anne.
Oh,
hold
my
on,
God.
I'll look it up. You keep talking about the podcast again.
Okay.
Princess.
And coronation.
Apparently it's popping up a lot.
It is. It's great.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry about?
There's so much going. It's like oh wow.
It's a royal uniform.
Someone wrote on here on Twitter, Princess Anne ready to defeat Napoleon should the need arise.
So Gabby's here.
Hey, Gabby girl.
She was reading. Julia goes to introduce herself, and she's like, no, I'm terrible with names, but you can call me Gabby. I'm a sculptress.
The worst.
My God.
One thing I'll say about this particular portion of the episode, they take a character that is so awful and they really dive deep into making her a truly a terrible human being.
So my husband said something about the coronation.
Yes.
He's like, when they were all standing out on the balcony waving, he's like, I bet you Harry's really glad he's not out there because his hairline couldn't handle it. And
I mean, I'm sure it's hanging on right now with a prayer.
I mean, Williams is gone.
Williams was gone a long time ago. He just gave up. He was like, you know what?
It's true. But they can afford Rogaine or hair pieces.
Yeah, but they're too public. That's too public
Girl,
a thing.
And Oh yeah, but Prince Andrew going to whatever. It's not that public.
BT Dub, by the way. Let me say this: did you see the interview with the people in England about Princess or Prince Andrew?
No.
Where they were literally saying, "Well, what he did was bad, but he didn't attack his own family like Harry did."
Nah, that feels right.
I was like, wait a minute. Are you people? Have you lost your literal mind right now? And then I forgot that the royalists are like they're royalists. Like nothing else matters. So yeah, it caught me off guard.
Anthony's here.
Finally.
Gabby loves him.
Oh.
And she looks at him and says, I hope you don't find this racist, but where did you find this big, black, beautiful buck?
That's racist.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yes.
Dear listeners, if you ever preface anything with, I hope you don't find this racist, don't finish the thought.
I think it would have been less racist if she just had said, rather than asking Julia basically where she purchased him, if she just looked at him and said, you are such a big, black, beautiful buck. That is still racist, dear listeners. That is still a racism. Let me get this in line. That is still a racism. It just seems
okay. So obviously they wrote it to be terrible, right? Mm-hmm. But the fact that they wrote it to be terrible. And then she talked to Julia about Anthony as if Anthony did not have his own humanity.
Yes. That is what I'm getting at.
Me like for a split second, I was kind of like I felt a little uncomfortable because but at the same time, like I'm supposed to feel this way because I'm really supposed to hate this woman. But wow.
So Suzanne does stand up for Anthony, and she does. And I think that they should have written where Suzanne and Anthony get together. That would have been. Do you disagree?
I think that
would write as Anthony be gay and Suzanne be his best friend.
Yeah, like I think because in my head, no matter what would have ever happened, I don't think that would have ever worked because once again, Suzanne needs money, right? She needs a man with money, so. They could have gone off together and started like a business or something like that. It would have never been like romantic because Suzanne's like, I need a man with money.
So Gabby wants to sculpt him nude.
Specifically
his butt.
Yes.
Julia goes off. She said she finds Gabby rude, horny, lazy, and dumb. Mm-hmm. And then Julia mentions the wife. Mm-hmm. Gabby didn't know about her. And she just starts screaming, I didn't know. And Suzanne just goes, well, I guess she didn't know.
That was a good piece of acting there.
It was.
I didn't know.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Suzanne, when she just well, I guess she didn't know.
No, that's just normal for Suzanne.
So they're in the car.
That lady's got range.
They're in the car, and Julia's like, you can go and gloat if you want to and say I told you so. And Suzanne's like, nah, there's no point in that. And so they decide to go to the other house, to talk to the wife. Suzanne does offer to turn the woman Gabby into the NAACP because that was just racist.
It was.
I mean, what? Yeah.
Okay. So just for dear listeners listening and that aren't in the South, right? Everything she said is problematic. But some of the terminology, especially the word buck,
yep,
was like stingingly racist.
Yes.
So that's why when me and Mims keep talking, kind of joking about it, it's because it was a very specific phrasing that they wrote for her. That's like,
I do like the fact that they didn't make her Southern.
I know.
Like she was a northern racist.
One of them
Proving
carpetbagger racists.
Proving that everybody can just be a racist.
What? Everybody can be racist, Mims?
Everybody can be racist, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody probably is racist.
Even
sexist.
Canadians?
Girl, no, not Canadians. They're too sweet. Australians, though, they can be racists.
Canadians are quite racist.
I know. Everybody is, yeah. Like, Germans sometimes are like, we aren't racist. We don't care about black versus white. Well, how do you feel about the Turks? Oh, what are you talking about? So, you know.
The Romani.
Oh, God, yeah. There's. Yeah. So we're back at the wife's house.
Oh, this is going to be great because they're going to, she is going to be so relieved to hear how well this went.
So Julia's like, we can't do it. We can't do this. We can't do your house. And she's like, oh, he's having you do the condo. And Julia's like, well, you know about that? She's like, yes, of course I know. We have, and of course I know. I found out years ago, and she doesn't want Ansel to know that she knows. She's like, oh, well, we told her about that, and she's like, oh no, it's all ruined. I'm gonna have to stop seeing Harlan, who is the man I'm having an affair with.
I'm sorry, what?
If you look at Dixie Carter's face acting right then, like she's like, oh God, oh no, oh dear. And then she just, the wife goes off screaming, I knew we had a mistress. I knew. And then Suzanne
Give her an Emmy.
Well, I guess she knew.
Those two women should have shared an Emmy for guest appearance that year.
So we're back at Sugar Baker's. And Suzanne, everybody's leaving, and Charlene the nanny are leaving, and Charlene turns to the nanny and is like, hey, does the name Roberta mean anything to you?
Mrs. Philpott looks very concerned.
Yes, she does. She did. And Suzanne needs a ride home, and Anthony's going to drive her home. He makes a joke about what he was called earlier. And they lock up, and Julia calls Reese, who's probably obviously got a mistress.
I thought that part was sweet.
Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you find yourself a Miss Georgia Wild?
I love the gray suit Julie is wearing on the second half of the episode.
That's my second favorite one.
What was your favorite?
I really like the teal one that Suzanne's wearing at the beginning. That's got the one lapel that's black and the other one that fit. That was
my number two.
It had a very 80s look, like a cool 80s look, right?
Yeah, very power suit vibes.
Yes, very power suit, but you don't often see two different colored lapels, right? It's just not something you see.
No.
Did you enjoy this episode, Maim?
Yes. This is the ridiculousness of society. I personally, for me at this point too, with the way our society is treating us, I'm like, yeah, I love episodes that remind straight people that, oh yeah, straight people get up to some ridiculous things because, we're at the point now where they act like they don't.
I love a screwball comedy, and this is in fact a screwball comedy.
This was.
It's so refreshing after I have to sit through only 18 minutes of mini last episode that I get this.
I'm so old, and I'm so old.
I remember back when dancing was invented. I couldn't do it though.
I remember when Jesus was a boy.
But it's Linda Bloodworth Thompson, so he was probably a white Jesus. Is that what you're getting ready to tell me?
Hair as white as snow, skin the color of ivory. People think they know what Jesus looks like.
Girl,
but I know.
when you go to Germany, you need to go into some of those churches and see the big blonde Jesus. Big blonde Jack Jesus. Like
Blonde Jack Jesus, yes.
big blonde Jack Jesus just up there crucified for everybody to look at.
I like my coffee like I like my Jesus. Big blonde and Jack.
That one struck me. That one got me. That was a good one, babe. I'm proud of that one.
I don't know where that came from exactly, but yeah.
Oh Lord. Well, babe, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can, Jesus Christ, literally, where they can find you?
Jacked. Hi, dear listeners. This is your Auntie Maim, your favorite relation. You can find me. Stupid. You can find me online at Auntie Maim's. That's with an S. You can find me in real life around South Florida. So I host the Amazing Colossal Karaoke Show at Killy in South Beach. Every Thursday night, I perform improvised comedy and stand-up with the Villain Theater in Miami. More about them at villaintheater.com. And I'm a panelist on a weekly show called It's Happening Out, which we talk about queer issues and queer entertainment. You can find out more about them by searching It's Happening Out on Google and all your devices. How about you, Mims?
Hey, y'all. I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me online at Divine Miss Mims. Hey, Maim.
Yeah. Jacked.
Did you know we have a Patreon?
What?
Dear listeners, if you get patreon.com, Mims Maim, you can throw some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have another podcast?
Blonde. What?
It's called You Slay Me. It's a Murder She Wrote podcast. Get it where you get your podcast. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have merchandise?
Stop it. No, like everyone else.
But not Jesus.
Not
Jesus knows.
Big blonde Jack. Jesus.
Big blonde Jack Jesus. I don't think you would. Have you ever seen him? Have you ever seen one of these Jesuses?
Big blonde Jack German Jesus? No.
Yes.
I've not seen that.
I'm gonna need you to Google that.
I mean, not in real life.
Go Google that while I'm doing this part.
I don't know if Big Blonde Jack Jesus on Google is going to be a great thing for me to search, but I'll do it. I will do it.
Dear listeners, if you go to MrMahaffey.com, you can buy something. Hey, Maim, do you know what I like?
Jesus. What? I need to put this in an AI search, actually.
5-star reviews. Dear listeners, if you I don't know what she found. If you enjoyed this mess that we devolved into, please give us a review and write us a review and leave 5 stars if you could. Upvote us. Do whatever you can for us. We love it. Hey, Maim. Maim. Could you send me whatever picture you're looking? Okay, babe. Do you have anything else to add?
I love the internet.
Do you have anything else to add?
No, I don't think so.
Then say goodnight, babe.
Good night. Good night, babe.
Bye, y'all.